Hello everyone, Pete here, and today is the day that so many of us have waited for, in that the Asus ROG Ally 2 has been leaked. Let's blast through the top 12 important details to unpack and analyze, including how big the screen size is and also when the official launch will be. So the first thing to note is just how credible this leak is, and this is legit, with it coming from the extremely reliable Videocardz and other sources, with an official FCC certification rubber stamping its authenticity. Key info too is the official name, that it will indeed be called the Asus ROG Ally 2 as confirmed in documentation, and that there will be two different models that we'll unpack right now. So at 3, let's start with the white version. I'd love to know your thoughts on this below in the comments, but for me, I just don't know if I'm a big fan of this new handheld grips that have now sprouted on the sides. If you take a look at this pic showing the back, I guess it kinda is growing on me a little bit since I first saw it. I'm sure it will be very ergonomic for long play sessions, and we can tell that they've taken a lot of inspiration from the PlayStation Portal in regards to the hand grips. At 4 is that there is this pic floating around of the back. This looks so bulky and chunky, but I think we're safe to say that this really does look like an early prototype model, and the retail model should be quite a bit thinner and sleeker. At 5 is that this white model will be spec'd much lower than the black version. We don't know how much RAM yet, but it will use an AMD Ryzen Plus processor, a successor to the Van Gogh found on the Steam Deck. 4 cores and just a 20 watt TDP, and as we know that the current Ally goes up to 30 watts TDP when plugged in, so it's 30% less. So it seems that this lower spec white version will be competing very closely with the Steam Deck. I'm guessing around the £400 and dollar mark perhaps. Key info 6 is that apart from the GameCube style grip handles, and we hope the SD card slot is nowhere near the fans, the other notable hardware change is this new button here. And while we do know what this does on the black model that we'll get into in just a moment, we don't know its purpose on this white version yet. Let's look at the high-end black version ROG Ally 2. And at 7, my first thought was, flipping heck, man, this is dusty. Couldn't someone have given this a bit of a clean? But seriously, this looks just like the white version apart from one noticeable feature, which is that this has an Xbox button. Confirming that this black version will indeed be the Xbox branded one, as was rumoured at the end of March, with the nickname Project Keenan. And while this Xbox button may simply open the existing Xbox app, it would be so awesome to have a proper Xbox operating system, complete with a console-like interface and stuff like True Sleep and Resume. Key info 8 is that this black model will be a beast, with a new Ryzen Z2 Extreme processor with 8 cores, a TDP which is 6 watts more than the current Ally at a whopping 36 watts, and get this, RAM with a frankly insane 64GB LPDDR5 8533 RAM to make this blazing fast. Although all of this will surely push the price well over £1,000 on dollars, I'm thinking. At 9 is that there will probably be 3 SSD sizes to pick from. A 512GB found on the current Ally, 1TB as found on the current Ally X, and a whopping new 2TB option, which is nice. Key info 10 is that we've got a really good look at the top, and everything looks exactly as it does on the Ally X, apart from a more metallic finish to the volume rocker and also LB and RB buttons, but I could be wrong on this, and maybe it's just a reflection of the lights perhaps. At 11, and what will be incredibly disappointing to many, and I know as I read every comment from you super smart viewers, is that both the white and black versions will not have an 8-inch screen, but still the same 7-inch screen size, as shown by the 7.0 numbering on the FCC document. I know I am gutted too. What's more is that even though it's hard to make out, it appears that the letters QLED appear too, so it's unlikely to be an OLED panel either. And at 12 is that all signs point to the official unveiling of these Ally 2 versions to be at the Computex 2025 trade show in just a few weeks time, from Tuesday the 20th to Friday the 23rd of May, and I'm predicting a launch in early June. I'd love to hear what you think about these ROG Ally 2 versions, particularly these new grip handles, the same 7-inch screen, and whether you may buy one, so let us all know in the comments. And as a thank you for watching this far, I'd love to share this awesome quote. Don't waste words on people who deserve our silence. Sometimes the most powerful thing that we can say is nothing at all. It's so tempting to reply back with that angry text or phone call when others have really hurt or offended us, but instead a simple silence can be the most powerful comeback of all. So let's not get bogged down into arguments and stay encouraged today, guys. And as an extra bonus treat for staying right to the end, here's our gorgeous rescue cat, and her name is Pancake. And if you enjoyed today's video, then check out whether the new AMD Fluid Motion Frames 2.1 update or lossless scaling 3 is the best right here. Please like, subscribe, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.